Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
And I am Spooky from Spooky in the City.
Well, spooky! Holy shit, I should have
Hey,
checked my notes. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Right. Pep, pep. You're definitely down under, right?
Yeah.
It's 5 p.m. here, so that is quick math, 7 a.m. there, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And you picked the time. Now, you're a fucking go-getter. You don't mess around. Is it because your job has you up early anyway that we'll get into? Or man, first thing I get you.
I get up at about 4:15 in the morning every day, just because it's really nice. It's quiet, and I can, have breakfast, feed the dogs, and do whatever.
Do you have?
Um,
I moved from New York to Charlotte, and I live in like a community, like a co-op center. And they were cutting the grass when I first moved here, and the noise didn't even bother me. I was like, oh, the smell of grass. I was proud in New York City. I had a back concrete. Uh, Moving from New York to where? Sydney, Australia? Sydney?
Sydney, yeah, the northern beaches.
And do you have like open space where do you remember the difference and are you loving it?
Yeah, I've got a big sort of Queenslander style house. So I've got a front and backyard, gate. I've got a
Right.
garage, kind of like three bedrooms. And yeah, it's nice. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
right? Do you
Live
live
like a human.
Do you live by exactly? Dude, I got so excited about a dishwasher. I got excited about a drawer as a trick drawer. It's just more counter space. I'm like, what the fuck? I fill up my fridge, but there's even like I could rent out half the fridge to a New Yorker for $200 a month. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I got closets that would be bedrooms in New York. And again, fucking twice the space, square feet, half the price. And then I'm bad at money, so I tell myself, I'm like, every 3 months, it's a free month based on New York prices. It is crazy. Yes, I did love New York, but then I reached a certain age where I'm not going to the clubs. I'm not taking advantage. I already saw the ballet. And I'm told Charlotte has ballet too, if I give a shit. Yeah, if you want to appreciate your life, wait until you're 50 to move into somewhere normal.
Yeah, I suppose. It's just I got all those things here now, minus the prices. I suppose it's still insanely expensive here in Sydney.
Okay.
It's like living in New York as far as prices go.
And tell people what you do for a living. Cause are you still a fucking man's man? Cause I know it's gotta be hardcore, whatever the fuck you're up to.
Yeah. I'm still an arborist. I'm a lumberjack. I carry logs all day, and
You climb the trees and cut them, right?
I do. Yes.
That's
Yeah.
scary shit.
It is a little bit, because like you're supposed to have multiple points of
Safety
safety and
shit, right?
everything, but stuff on a long enough timeline, stuff does go wrong, and if you're not prepared for it, you will definitely die.
Do you have mates who died?
So some of the boys that I work with, this was before I started working with them, but like just before I started working with them, they were using the chipper, had a winch on it, and they had felled a tree and were dragging the chipper to the winch. But where it was positioned, they had to put a pulley on another tree. And the
Okay.
client, so there's like a danger zone whenever you do that in that sort of little triangle that you make, where if that pulley breaks or if something fails, like something bad will happen. And the client started coming out trying to, I don't know, get in the middle of it as they sometimes do.
Hmm.
And the pulley did fail, and the rope went taut to the chipper and did behead the guy. So yeah,
Beheaded the client?
no, not the client. I'm sorry. Yeah, beheaded one of the guys working on the ground who saw the client running in
Oh,
and
fuck.
and went in to try to stop him. And
God
then
damn it.
not too long ago, while I was
Did the
still
client
working
stop
here,
giving advice at that point?
I'm sure it was a little shocking. I don't know if they asked for a discount or not, though.
Right. Jesus. I'll take half
Um,
off. Motherfucker.
and then this wasn't my company. This was a bunch of loose units working down towards the city, but they were removing a tree, which wasn't even that big. And for whatever reason, they backed the chipper up right to the tree. And the climber was piecing stuff down. And there were three groundies. Two of them went away to go sort out parking, I guess. But the chipper was going, and they had this new guy. Eventually,
Groundies are people, right? That
people that work on the ground. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You've got a support crew that once the stuff is on the ground, somebody's got to cut it up, drag to the chipper, and all that.
Okay.
Anyways, this other groundy, a Fijian bloke, he who knows what happened? It's all he said, she said kind of thing. I think it ended up being ruled a suicide for some reason, but he went through the chipper. What I
Oh,
reckon happened is the groundy was not paying attention because he was pretty green. He was new. I think he'd only been working like 2 weeks, and going through a chipper is not the way anybody commits suicide.
right.
When you the way chippers work, they start going through until the RPMs drop, and then it pauses, and then it
Okay.
drags some more in. So like if you're going through the chipper, it's going to be like three goes. It's going to be like meh,
I see.
meh, before it gets to the parts that matter.
If
So
it so does it would it pull in an arm or would it just rip off the arm?
no, it's going to have rollers, and they're just going to like they just roll and just sort of feed you in the way like a printer shoots out paper.
Okay.
So, but anyways, I reckon he got hit by something that the climber was dropping,
Mm.
and knocked in and just couldn't save himself. Like there's safety features on a chipper, usually that you can, there'll be two wires that you can pull down if you're actually in the chute getting sucked in, and they'll stop it and spit everything back out. There's a bar that you can hit on the side that'll change the direction and spit everything out. There should be a knee bar, so you can hit it with your knee if you're getting sucked in. But a lot of those safety features had been removed from the chipper because these guys were just absolute lunatics.
For
And
what? Like for speed? Like to make deadlines faster?
so I think well, yeah, that's what it boils down to. Yeah. So they were using like an Avant, which is like a little drive around tractor with a little clamp thing on the front. And if you're feeding it into the chipper, it can you're picking up logs and feeding them into the chipper. And if that, hits something, branch taps one of these safety features, then it starts spitting it back out. So somebody's got to be
Okay.
there. So like in theory, I guess if you only have the one guy on the ground driving that thing, if you remove all those safety features, now it's psychotically unsafe. But you can just grab it and keep jamming it in, and it'll keep taking it. So I don't know. I guess that's what
Have
they
you
do.
been to a funeral of one of these blokes? Like I'm
Nah,
curious if like the attendees are all just I don't know crocodile Dundee motherfuckers. You know what I mean? They're just the darkest humor, of course, but also just fucking
yeah, yeah.
beards and toughness and no real feelings.
There's a lot of that. Well, I haven't been to a funeral, but like in this industry, you get sort of probably three different kinds of people. You get the people that blow through that are just looking for money in the short term. And they're probably only going to be a groundie and, 3 years tops and they're out.
Okay.
Then you've got the lumberjack types, big beards, masculine, they don't want to and I mean like 1970s masculine, not, they're
Right.
slapping women and,
Right. There's a reason
it's a,
women aren't on the field.
yeah, yeah. And then you have technical people who are really good at their jobs and take it serious and are kind of normal humans, but they're pretty few and far between, but in high demand.
How long have you done this?
10 years.
10 years. Do you have nightmares? Like I'd have my nightmare. I can't compare. I have to do stand up, but everybody knows I didn't prepare anything. It wasn't today. Do you have nightmares about the job going south? Your body?
No, no.
No?
I mean, I have nightmares about the job, but mostly it's just that I'm at work and I'm working, and then I
Again.
wake up and I feel like I
And I have
didn't
to
go to
go to
sleep.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it. Oh, thanks. That was just a dream. Oh, shit. No, I got to show up. Do you remember? I don't necessarily. Do you remember how we met? Obviously, you listened to Keith and the Girl. Do you remember like where or how we met?
Yeah, I went to your house.
Right. Did you sneak up on us?
Did I sneak up on you? No,
Did
no,
you
no. You had to
surprise
pick me
us? We
up.
invited you. We
No,
must
yeah.
have, right?
So Hemda was needed some work done on the roof of her place,
Yeah.
or you did, or whatever, and or on that bottom room, I guess. I don't know.
The ceiling. Yeah.
And I volunteered to help. Uh,
Yeah.
and you were, I guess, a little more naive then, and you just let any stranger in.
So I remember the story of the kid that like showed up like early 20s at most, but if no, must have been younger. Anyway, he showed up and he passed, I don't know if you remember, but our kitchen was like on the sidewalk into that quad area. And this kid like walks past the kitchen window and I'm like the way he just walked past or looked in as he walked past, I'm like something's up. I don't know. 2 seconds later he's at the front door, knocking. And I'm like I don't know about this. And I open the door and he's like, "Hey, my mom kicked me out because I listened to Keith and the Girl." I'm like, "Well, yeah, you can't just, however the fuck you figured this out, show up, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, all right. Anyway, leave your phone number." And, he had a cell phone. Leave your number and I don't know what. But yeah, you can't come in, of course. And then later we thought about it and we called him and went, let's have this guy on as a guest. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? He's like, oh, actually, I'm 2 blocks away living in a parking lot right now. Yeah, I'll be right over. I'm like, okay. Then we take his driver's license and act like, hey, just to get, we're going to take your driver's license just in case something goes wrong. In case what? What the fuck am I going to do with it? I knew that it was really just to scare him, like to show him that I printed out a copy. Here's your license back. Now you can sit down and talk. And you have to take your pants off halfway, so you can't run real quick and snap him. Anyway, yeah. We were a little too open, but it worked out. I would call Spooky one of my closest friends. That's the truth. And you know a good friend. You know a good friend when after you do, for example, a stand-up show and it's done, it's recorded, and your friend Spooky goes, I just saw the video. I wouldn't have wore those shoes. That's a friend. That's a pal. I had like white New Balance and it probably looked like nurse's shoes. And I'm like, hey, what are your thoughts on our stand up? Yeah, I don't know about those shoes. Well, no, I can't get a time machine. Okay, then. Those are my two thoughts.
Sorry, I definitely have some
Oh, I
asshole
forgot all about it.
tendencies.
I forgot all about it. I do remember though, being in the studio, and I guess my face was too close to the screen. And Spooky went, "Do you need glasses?" And I'm like, "You know what? I don't know what weird denial I was in. I do. Nobody else knew to say something. So, oh, what a life changer! I could see things. Fucking good.
Yeah.
There you are. Are you in denial? Like, can you see me? Okay. He just held up glasses.
Ah, there you are.
Yay! Oh, it's Keith. Shit.
I can't see. Like, it's really annoying because my brain tricks me into thinking I see just fine. And
Right.
because anything past here, it's like perfectly sharp. If I hold my
Your
phone
arm.
out like this, then like I can see super fine details, but
Right.
anything from there that I can touch to my nose is like blurry as shit and I
It's
don't
so
even
weird.
realize it. And your brain just tricks you. And then you put on glasses and you're like, oh, I can read all this stuff. It's not a
Right.
struggle anymore. I
It
don't
was
know.
just funny that I have bifocals and still I was just got my head shaved at a place and then to look in the mirror how they did, which obviously great. How do you fuck it up? But I had to take my glasses off to look close. It's like that's funny. You have glasses, but take them off so you can see. All right. I before the show I saw one of those stupid memes that said would you slap your best friend for $1 million? And I thought
I'd
about my
slap
buddy
anybody.
I,
$1 million.
I'd slap Spooky in the face, and then Spooky's like, "What the fuck was that for?" And I'm like, "Hey, just in case." And I start looking around. You understand, right, buddy? Somebody in chat said, "You know what? You'd slap Adam Brown, and then Craig Klein would be upset, like, why not me?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's $1 million fucking dollars. I'll apologize with 10,000. Is that enough? Of course." On Q and A, we have keithandthegirl.com/VIP, and we have a weekly wrap up show. So we'll talk about if you were an asshole or not. And then that's with the Moros. Then we have a Q&A. Our buddy Newsy goes back in time. The date, like if it was today, July 16th, we would go back in time every year, every July 16th. Who were the guests? What were we talking about? Did language change? Of course it did. Is history repeating itself? Yes, but worse. And of course, Spooky comes up sometime. And it came up recently, the camping trip when you were with us, and you knew to take a knife and a towel. And
That's what you
then
need.
it's everything you need until I get up to piss in the middle of the night and he's in the food tent huddling in the fetal position, Spooky underneath a bench. Like, well, it is kind of cold. The towel didn't do everything.
I still don't sleep on a bed.
Is that true?
Yeah, it's true.
That's crazy. That's good. Do you live with anybody?
Yeah. I got my missus. Yeah,
And she's on the bed and you're on the floor next to her?
she's on the bed, and I just go sleep on the couch.
Really?
It's right in front of the AC, which is really nice.
What
You
happens when
know.
you fight? You have to go in her bed?
Yeah, no. When we fight, she just deletes me on Instagram, and and
It sends
it's
you an alert.
yeah, exactly.
Does she live there?
Yeah. She
She does
does.
live
Yep.
there. How do you do? I'm curious about all the idiosyncrasies. You fuck, and then you're going to bed. Do you like go to the bathroom, come back and cuddle, then go to the couch? Do you go to the bathroom, go to the couch?
I'm just
See
like,
ya.
good job.
Good
See you
job, pip
tomorrow.
pip. You're right, bloke.
I'm back. It is one of the things that she's not particularly happy with.
Right.
But
How do you break that? How do you break the news? Like, hey, you like everything. Here's my quirk.
I mean, she lived downstairs from me for a while, so she kind of would come up and realized I didn't have a bed and I wasn't
Right.
living like a normal person.
Right.
But
But you have everything else. You have a TV, you have a sofa. Like you're not a weirdo. That stands out.
yeah, I've got a humble brag here.
Yeah.
Not just a flat out brag. I've got a B&B Italia, uh, like $45,000 couch. Like it's
Okay.
like really, really, really nice. It's
Right.
like three sections, L shaped. Like it's
Pretty
a good
pretty
couch.
nice.
You feel the difference. Is it worth it? Probably not. But it's the
Right.
sports car. It's the Porsche 911 of couches.
And,
If
and yet
there's
you
such
dream
a
about
thing.
going to work. Isn't that interesting? Well, you got to pay
Yeah.
for it in your dreams. You keep paying off the couch. I got to get back to work. I'm so comfortable. Something's going on.
Mm.
And this, have you tried? Like you must have tried, right? Like I'm going to try to sleep with you, man. I really can't.
Sleeping in bed. So she snores a little bit, but she's not really the problem. She also has a cane corso, a big mastiff, who just snores like mad, and I just can't. Like I have
Oh
to go to
shit!
work to a dangerous job. I need to be fresh.
Of
I can't
course, I hear
rock
what
up to work.
happens. Yeah,
you know. Um, yeah. So no, I'm not.
I get you.
I'm probably not going to change. I'd like to. I understand her feelings,
Right.
but then there's the practical aspects
That makes sense. Yeah, it does
of
make
I don't want
sense.
to die.
Right. I'd rather be here today. I remember camping. We were talking about this literally the other day, maybe less than a week ago. And Spooky said, this is what Newsy's reminding me from the shows that, like, you know what? I was a little bored at camping. They warned me, like, they just sit around a campfire and it's fun to do nothing. But I was thinking adventure. And Newsy said that you asked Kendra, like, can I leave the campsite and explore? And she's like, yes, grown adult. You may.
Well, Henda was like, I mean, she's like a little mother hen, you know. It was she's in charge of things.
No, of course she is. You only had a knife and a towel.
And a towel.
And then of course there's the story where Spooky doesn't think this is absolutely true. I think it is. And I think we were trying to freak out Emmy at the time. And there's a little baby frog. I don't know when it becomes a
Oh,
tadpole and to the next step, but it was just starting the next step for sure. And Spooky said, "Go ahead, step on it, freak her the fuck out."
I
That's
did
what
not.
that's what I think happened. But other people did too, including one Matt Bray. And so I step on it, and then Spooky's heart fucking breaks in half. Like I'm the biggest piece of dog shit ever in the fucking world. I'm like, but you guys said to. And then later, not to compare the two, but two, we're clean. We happen to be cleaning up. The fire's burning. We're throwing out garbage into the fire, and there was a busted camp chair. And Matthew Bray goes, "Throw that into the fire." So I throw it into the fire, and then apparently you can't do that because it's all this horrible smoke from plastics.
Plastic and
And
everything.
he
Yeah.
goes, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You said." So yes, egg on the idiot, but don't turn it around on me. But then I didn't know how much this guy loved frogs. Spooky happens to fall in love with a frog scientist. And I'm talking like the real fucking deal, right? Like she's named new frog species people haven't even heard of. Did you guys meet like in an aquarium type thing? Did you like you happen to love frogs and met this person and you both happen to like each other? That's pretty amazing, right?
Yeah, she was on an expedition in I think Vietnam or maybe Laos or something like that, and she got scrub typhus and was medevaced out. Um, because she just goes off into the jungle kind of thing with a bunch of locals or whatever. Anyway,
Right.
she got sick, was in Hong Kong, and she's a fan of Keith and the Girl, so she was in the chat room,
Hmm.
and I was chatting her up,
Cute, real
and
nice, real
and
nice.
then I moved down here to be with her.
Look at that. That's what made you move to Australia, right?
Yep, that's what got me down here.
Was it love 100%? Meaning, were you thinking about leaving New York anyway, or like this is absolutely why, whether I'm getting used to New York or not?
I mean, I like New York. I was struggling there a little
Right.
bit, but I don't mind. I mean, like I came down here and now I carry logs around. Like I enjoy struggle.
Right.
Um,
Right. Well, I do remember, and you're fit as fuck. I do remember, like, you would eat. Do you still eat this way? You're like, it's very easy, guys, to get fit. I eat chicken. I grill it. I get raw chicken. I grill it. No spices. Everybody thinks you need spices. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then
I
broccoli. Do
mean,
you steam it? No, that carries vegetables. What the what?
yeah,
That carries pounds on it. You know.
I've, I mean, like right now, I've got a recipe of some nice chicken. It does have spice in
Okay.
the crock pot, and and I'll just eat on that for a week. Yeah, if they came out with
I lost you. I lost your sound. If they came out with what? No, I can't hear you. Switch your mic, maybe back and then back again. But yeah, he would. In the meantime, Spooky would make raw chicken, maybe salt and pepper at most. And I'm like, you know what?
can you
I'm
hear
gonna
me
blame
again?
that on me not working out. Talk again.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, one, two,
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Switch it to the other input. Let's try that though. Anyways, that did sound better when it was working.
Let me just make sure this is working. Sorry, man. This
Okay.
is
All good. That people are seeing behind the scenes. It's very exciting. You're in another fucking country. You're 14 hours away. I'm surprised we're even matching. No. No, so stick with the last one. All right. You do your thing. I'm gonna talk about this guy. So listen to this. So if you remember, for those in the know, when he was in New York City, he happened to have a girl cheat on him, and he found out by keylogging her shit. So it's like a program that when she types, it registers, and then he sees all that. Then he showed up to now picture you're trying to fix your technical shit and you're hearing all this. And then he ended up like showing up to where his girlfriend at the time and this other guy were supposed to meet, and so his heart was already broken. Then we're gonna get to moving into Australia and the frog story. All right, how we sounding? No, no. So stick with the other input. That it's a
all
little
right.
echoey, but we'll be fine. That's fine.
Sorry about that.
All good. It gives it depth. I can tell where you live. So you
Yeah.
had your heart broken. Now you moved to Australia. And what happened with the frog lady?
I mean, we were together for 13 years.
Jesus Christ. And I met you guys. Me and Kat met you. And you seemed beautiful place, both hospitable.
Yeah, I mean, I liked her, but I guess she got tired of me and my antics and
What's antics mean? Nothing, right? Chicken? Maybe
nothing, I
puts.
suppose. I don't hug enough.
Okay.
Child of divorce, so I don't know. Uh,
Did you think,
yeah,
did you really have issues like that? Like you thought, what, she'd leave you? So you weren't given too much?
no, I mean, yeah, no, I do have issues, I would say, just in that I don't know. I don't have good role models for relationships. I'm not like a bad person in any way, but I think I probably don't give enough in a relationship,
Do
if
you
that
need to
makes
think
sense.
to say I love you, for example?
I mean, like there's routines where like when we leave, when we go to bed, and all that kind of stuff, that
Right.
it comes naturally. But like, yeah, it probably doesn't occur to me anywhere near enough to just like it spur of the moment,
Okay.
you know.
Do you ever see
So
like a movie and you can tell like that's romantic and whether it moves you or not, do you go, "Hey, let me text my chick now."
I mean, again, but that's a prompt. Like, yeah, if I see a movie and I'm like,
I
oh
see.
wow, whatever, and then
Right.
yeah, now I got a prompt, and so boom, I'll tick the
Okay.
box. So like I don't know, like I'm loyal like a dog, but I'm not
But you're like a dog.
yeah, probably. But yeah. So she ended up getting. I don't even know really what happened. All I know is she
Did you
went and
catch
hung
her
out
like you
with
did the first time?
different.
Or the yeah.
Yeah, she went to go hang out with another doctor who she went to high school with, who I met multiple times, and I thought
Ah,
we were friends. Me and
ah.
him, and I guess he had just gotten a divorce and was maybe looking for some low hanging fruit, I suppose,
That's not yeah. Fuck.
and they messed around, and
Oh, if they just
uh,
messed around, I thought they fucked.
well, I presume that's what they did, and she's a good person. She was
Oh,
upfront
she's
about
great.
it
Yeah.
straight away, and
Good,
well, I
because we're
mean,
still pals. I didn't know how you'd feel about that. Yeah. She's a good
and yeah,
person.
it just yeah. So like I tried to do like therapy, like couples therapy, but like when she showed up for it, she was
Over it.
staring at the ceiling kind of thing, and it's just like, okay, why are we even here?
Did she tell you or you caught her?
No, she told me. She told me.
How'd she do that? How do you do that?
She basically was like,
Does she pause the TV? Is it at
no, she got
night?
home from it, and then she's
Oh
like,
shit.
why aren't you even jealous that I went to go see Tom? And I'm like, because he's one of my mates. Why would I
Right.
be jealous? I trust you. And she's like, and then she implied, that they hooked up, and then I
Right.
because he got a divorce and whatever else, and I mean, it
Whatever. But
pissed
yeah.
pissed me off. And then we had to go through a couple of years of like divorce stuff.
Did she make it a thing like it was your fault right after? Like right now, and now you're quiet. Why don't you say something? It's like you're the one who fucked up. Like, is it like the beginning of what's that movie with Damon Wayans and the great Bruce Willis? Like, why don't you show
Last Boy Scout.
emotion? The Last Boy
Yeah.
Scout. Right, right. Show emotion. Like, what do you want me to do?
What a
Spit
great
on
movie.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it like that? It's like you're the one who fucked up. What am I gonna say right now?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really ever get closure out of any of that stuff because she kind of immediately cut off communication with me. And I just never really got any
Did she say
further
you take
feedback.
the bed, I'm taking the couch, and you're like, nice try.
Well, I had to go. I had to go sleep in the car for a little while, and I just went up to a campsite, and
What balls?
yeah, well, I mean, we bought a house too,
Damn it.
so
But like you
yeah,
had to, did you make yourself or did she say, I can't have you here in our house that you probably paid most for?
I didn't pay the most for it. She
Okay.
definitely, her dad is pretty well off, and gave her, the deposit.
Still, goddamn. I had to sleep in the
Well, I mean,
car.
that was for the apartment, and then we had that for like 10 or 12 years, and
And that's when, do you remember that's when you texted me and said, please stomp on every frog?
I never said
Remember? That was
that.
evil shit, man. But you were in a place. You were in a place. And then what? Eventually she moved out, I guess.
No,
Did
I moved out.
you moved out?
Yeah.
Did that give you dating hangups? Like you mentioned being a child of divorce. So then do you just start distrusting women, period? Dating?
Um,
Or you know it's just her? But
no,
it
I
was
mean,
also your
everybody's
ex.
different.
Are you nervous? Go ahead.
Like like my new missus, she has guys chasing her on Instagram and everything all the time, and yeah, it does bother me, but like, I mean, what are you gonna do, really? You can freak out or not freak out. It's sort of a choice.
Has it ever happened where she's like texts the guy, even if it's in public, and you're like, well, really? Happy birthday? Really? You ever see those videos where like It's usually the woman, of course. The woman has a cake, puts like a cake down and does like a live video with the husband. It's like, hey, so happy birthday. It's like, what? It's not my birthday. No, it's Janice's birthday, and you said happy birthday to her of all people. So let's all wish. Come on, sing with me, happy birthday. We want her to have a happy birthday, don't you? Do you ever see anything online that you're like, whoa, like maybe it's me, but come on, what is this? Do you get? Does that ever happen?
There's sus stuff from time to time,
Yeah.
but I largely, yeah, I do have an Instagram account, but I think I have like her and probably 3 or 4 people that I've added, and and I log on to it about every 3 months. You
Have you
know,
ever said like, "Hey, yeah, you're doing this. I'm just saying I don't do that." Is it
nah,
eating at you? I can't tell.
does it? It bothers me a little bit, but not enough to like, you know, occupy my thoughts for any real amount of time. It doesn't bother me that much.
Okay. There was a woman, is this different, that broke up with you and tell me what I'm missing.
It's the
And
same girl. I'm still with her.
oh, good for you, man. So she broke up with you once and you not only contemplated suicide, you took a full bottle of pills, sleeping pills, I assume.
I
Is that
wasn't a
right?
full bottle, and I think they were expired. But
That's how
yeah,
they get you.
my face got real numb. I got, I got real lethargic.
And
You
and
know,
and you reached out, me and
the next day, yeah, yeah,
and minimum amount of people. It seems it was like it just keep me accountable.
yeah.
I was fucked up. This was wrong. This is my head was in a bad place. I didn't feel like living. That's a lot of power that she has too. How do you deal with that right after? Um, you
I don't know
know,
that it was her power necessarily. I mean, it definitely, was the thing that put me over the edge. But I mean, my life was not what I wanted it to be. I suppose, and I just, yeah,
but it's not
I don't
what.
know.
But not what. Other than her, not what.
Well, I mean, just I felt like I was working for nothing. Because I'd lost this other, life that I built, and
Being an artist.
yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of yeah,
Oh, I didn't mean to
yeah,
bring up extra shit.
yeah.
Being the greatest artist I ever met, and that's you're not doing that. You mean that?
I mean, I'm trying to get back into it. I did actually back off from my job somewhat and went to just doing 4 days a week of that, and then trying to do the rest of the time doing art. But then
Oh, that's cool.
my business started doing really well, and it's just sucking up all of my time again. So I'm gonna have to figure something out because I was really working hard on some projects and just they just got sidelined, which is really really frustrating. I'm
Are
I'm
forest fire
halfway.
are forest
Go ahead.
fires good or bad for business?
They don't really affect my business because I'm
Okay.
sort of in the city.
Okay.
It's definitely a scary thing here, but storms are good for business here, though. Like storm damage,
Right.
big trees. We have gum trees, huge, massive uh, trees here in Australia, which is why all the best climbers in the world come from either Australia or New Zealand.
Mm.
It's a lot more challenging here than most of the places in the world. But
I did a natural rock wall once and got to the top. What do you think of
good
that?
on you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I
retired
did.
now.
That's how you do it. You retire on top. Why would you
Like
do
Brad
anything
Pitt doing
else?
an F1 race one season. He got number one. He's like, I'm over it. I'm gonna take up
That's
guitar
it.
and be Slash.
That's I see a lot in Brad Pitt that I can relate to.
So she says, "Hey, we shouldn't be together." You're like, "Well, then I don't want to live." How do you guys work that out? Like that's a lot of
Well,
like if she
it
makes
wasn't quite that simple. Like we were kind of drifting apart, and and then she met another guy, and that was going on, and I don't know. I guess I was sort of taking stock of things and how I felt, and realized I definitely did like her a lot more than I think I was allowing myself to realize, I
okay,
guess. And so I asked her like, "Are you actually dating? Are you like boyfriend girlfriend with this person? Or are you just dating?" And she's like, "Well, we're just dating." And I'm like, "Well, then I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and try to work stuff out." And we went back and forth a little bit there, and then and then she was like, nah, she's going with this other guy, and yeah, I don't know, and then it just all sort of hit, you know, and yeah, I just wasn't in a good place.
Right. But you're together now. How long has it been solid?
Oh gosh, has it ever been solid?
Okay. Do you like that? Like do you
No,
like
I'm just not a good. I'm not the best boyfriend. I think is most of the problem. But I mean, I recognize that. Like I've done some therapy and that kind of stuff.
if she bitches about a day at work, are you good at responding? Or are you like, okay, you're alive?
That's one of the problems is because she's like a vet nurse, and I do have trouble with like animals, dying and or animals being brought in that have been like run over and their
Right.
skulls all crushed in and like but still alive and they've got to euthanize it and that kind of stuff.
Right.
That
Do you have
stuff.
to kill him? Can't you name him?
Can you name them?
Yeah, my ex used to name frogs and shit. And you're sitting
Oh,
there
I
killing
see.
these.
Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So she can't really talk about her day as much as she would like to, and that is
I see.
one of our things.
Are you doing anything to figure out how to be human? Like,
I
are
mean,
you reading some? Do you go to therapy?
I was going to therapy, but then I got to the point where because it was cognitive behavioral therapy, which I guess sort of feels like it's meant to be like mass produced, one size fits all sort of thing. It's not like psychotherapy or something like that. And eventually I just got to talking about, well, I mean, it was interesting, but I started like reading up on like Piaget and some of those other like psychologists that did, crazy experiments on babies and
Oh, you're extreme too, right? You probably do biohacking and shit. You're like, all right, I gotta buy a fucking EKG meter and
I
whatever
don't
the
have an
fuck.
EKG. I do have, I do stay on top of
I gotta
my
buy the shock paddles and tell myself what I did wrong, and then bzz, clear.
I've got that blood pressure cuff and
Of
and
course you
that kind
do.
of stuff.
Yeah,
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 that'll help with the brain. All right.
yeah.
uh,
I don't know. I've
did
got problems and I don't know
would
how
you
to
be
fix them.
bored if there wasn't like I'm picturing like I don't know petty fights, and we've all seen these couples. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Is it like that, and you feel like you need the excitement, or you're like, hey, that's another fight, and I don't really need this excitement? Like I'm picturing like a stupid little fight over the dishwasher, and then amazing fucking sex. Am I close?
I don't really fight. That's probably one of the
I see.
problems. I tend to what I tend to just be avoidant about that kind of stuff. I'm almost better at solving problems via text message than I am in person.
You say your point of view, and then you go, and we solved that. I love that. Enter.
I mean,
She goes, did you say
yeah,
you love me? Yeah, if you need that, enter.
yeah. I'm not the best. I'm not the
When's
best.
it's her birthday or anything, any special occasion coming up?
My birthday's coming up. That's a special
Okay.
occasion.
All right.
no,
All right. I think we got our answer. Okay.
no. Her birthday was her birthday's in March, early March.
Did you show up in a way?
Yeah, I think I do really good on birthdays.
Okay.
But I mean, I've seen on TV how that works.
What'd you do? Like you have to do something embarrassing in public? What'd you do?
What did I do this time? Usually I'm a gift giver, so I'll go above and beyond and spend like heaps of money and get nice stuff, that
Right.
kind of thing, and dinner or takeaway or maybe not takeaway,
When
something like
you
that.
took those pills thinking you die, did you text her also? Like, and was
I
that
told her, yeah, I texted her and was telling her, I was upset, and what I told her what I did, and I told her to come get my dog, or to get my dog tomorrow, kind of
do
thing.
you looking back, was that a way for her to run and save you, or did you really mean it? Like, I'm dead, but seriously, take care of the dog, and here's my bank account.
I feel like it was just being practical. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Like if
She's
she ran over somehow,
she
got
didn't
you to
run
throw
over.
up.
She
Is
was
that interesting?
with that guy. I was throwing a tantrum, and I definitely went. way too far, I think.
Okay, but the pills, that's, a tantrum's tantrum, but I'd save you and then we can talk about it later. Even if I'm leaving you, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like,
I
is that a
I
point of
don't
contention? I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
All right.
I don't have enough answers in this topic, I suppose, even though it's all about me.
What would other right? What would other people say about your relationship? Are you able to answer that? I think they would say me
Um
and Liz are cute as fuck.
yeah, see, I'm not cute. I'm this is she's cute. Like she does birthday parties for the dogs, And I mean, when I
Okay.
say birthday parties, she's getting like, big backdrop, and like if it's like farm themed, then there's these little paper almost like happy meal boxes shaped like barns filled with like treats that have like the each dog's individual name printed on them,
Right.
and like special furniture and like little cowboy hats for the
Can you have
dogs.
her
And
pick up the dogs now?
what do you mean?
I hear dogs in the house.
Oh, you
Could
can
she
hear
pick them
that.
up now?
That's Pompey outside barking. She hears me talking and wants to be inside.
Um,
Sorry.
no, that's all right. Do you follow America News? Do you follow
Yes, I
yeah?
do. Right now, I wasn't for a long time, but I've definitely, since Trump got back in office, I've been following it a lot more.
Yeah, I still follow like New York City news, even though I moved to Charlotte. Let me take a break real quick. We're gonna try to fix the mic because that sounded better too with the
Yeah,
dog outside, if you don't mind.
yeah.
And we're back. Dude, I don't even worry about problems. It is kind of weird that I'm here in New York, in Charlotte, you're in Australia, that we can communicate 14 hours time difference is kind of fucking amazing. Don't you think? I was driving with Liz the other day and I'm just looking, it's nothing crazy. A little forest, a pond, roads, and I'm like, this is all here. Now, don't get me wrong. When I hit a pothole, there's a big fucking problem. What's wrong with this world? But in the meantime, I'm like, look at all. It's crazy. Do you ever? It's a shame that now we're in the future, and you commit a murder, they can see your dead skin and all and fingerprints. Do you ever think about being in the back in the olden days when like they couldn't, they didn't have fingerprints, they didn't have. Oh my God. People go like, oh, you don't believe in God. What keeps you moral? Fingerprints.
It's frustrating that we do live in this amazing futuristic time, and our own human nature has spoiled it to the point where I sort of understand the Amish and maybe the Luddites a little bit more. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, speaking of Luddites, this is the opposite. I didn't mean to do this, but I see on Zoom I have AI turned on. And whenever we took that little break, I saved that video just to make it easier for me later. And then I got an email of our show. You ready for the recap? Let's see how good they did. This is what we just talked about. Quick recap. Keith and Spooky discuss Spooky's life in Sydney, Australia. Spooky's life in Sydney. Keith and Spooky discussed Spooky's life, where he lives a Queenslander-style house with a front and backyard. They talked about the difference between living in New York and Sydney, with Keith mentioning his surprise at the amount of space he has in Charlotte. Spooky shared his job as an arborist, or lumberjack, which involves climbing trees and operating chippers, and he described some dangerous incidents he has witnessed in the industry. They don't want to shock anybody. Yeah, we were talking about death. Spooky's couch and sleep habits got its own section. Keith and Spooky discussed their long-standing friendship, including how they first met and various humorous anecdotes. Spooky shared that he sleeps on a couch due to a preference for the floor and a need for fresh air, which sometimes causes tension with his partner. Despite having a comfortable and expensive couch, Spooky expressed a desire to maintain his sleeping habits for practical reasons related to his job. Yes, people would die. Spooky's move and fitness plans. Keith and Spooky discussed Spooky's move to Australia, which was motivated by his relationship with a frog scientist he met online. They also talked about Spooky's fitness routine, which involves simple meals like grilled chicken and broccoli. The conversation touched on a past camping trip where Spooky, I like this. The conversation touched on a past camping trip where Spooky accidentally stepped on a frog. No one's gonna know, you sick fuck! Whoa! Wow! It's in black and white. And Keith shared a story about a man who discovered his girlfriend was cheating through key logging. Yes, that was that's somebody we knew. Spooky shared his experience with a past relationship. This is under relationship struggles and emotional turmoil, including feelings of inadequacy and the challenges of expressing affection, which he attributed to his background as a child of divorce. He described how his ex-girlfriend's infidelity and subsequent divorce led to emotional turmoil, including sleeping in his car and struggling with closure. Spooky also mentioned his current relationship, noting some online attention his partner receives, which he finds slightly bothersome but does not occupy his thoughts excessively. He reflects on a past suicide attempt, which he linked to feelings of hopelessness and dissatisfaction with his life, though he emphasized that his relationship was not the sole cause. Excuse me. Balancing art and business challenges. Spooky discussed his challenges balancing his art career with his business, expressing frustration at how his business success has taken precedence over his creative projects. He shared details about his relationship with his partner, who is a vet nurse, including their struggles with communication and his difficulty dealing with her work related stress. Do you ever like? Would she come home and be like, "Oh, I had to kill a dog," and you're like, "I don't want to talk about it. That makes me fucking sad."
Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'm the guy at work when logs are going through the chipper, like I'm pulling bugs out, I'm
Oh,
definitely
I see. You're Superman saving a squirrel. The
I guess, yeah.
conversation also touched on Spooky's personal growth efforts, including the interest in psychology and self improvement, as well as his approach to handling relationship conflicts through text messaging rather than confrontation. How would you say AI did?
I'd give it a A minus. That's
It's
pretty good
creepy.
book report. Yeah.
Yeah. And I see here, like, Zoom is usually for like important business meetings. You could click catch me up. So you can come late to a business meeting. Was my name mentioned? You can click on. What topics were already discussed? Man, no one's
This
gonna have
is
to
how
give a
humanity
shit.
is going to end. Yeah.
Do you get nervous about AI being an artiste?
Nah. I mean, it's going to eliminate. We don't know what the ramifications are going to be long term, because it is eliminating a lot of that bottom foundational tier where a lot of artists, you just
Right.
have to get in there and grind and spend the hours to get good. It's AI is not coming up with new ideas. It's just hallucinating
Right.
junk that it's seen before and just mashing it all together. So it's never going to innovate, or at least not in the iteration that we have
But
right now.
are you nervous that, I mean, I guess you aren't, but like people will just take what they get and they don't appreciate things. For example, my buddy Adam is a woodworker and he's fucking fantastic. But in the end, most people are like, yeah, I don't know, man. Just, I need a chair. Is it related
Yeah,
to that?
I think it's related to intelligence, and I
Right.
think, yeah, I mean, a lot of people just don't seek out the details, and something that's a hammer is the only tool they need, and
Right.
that's good enough for them, and some people need a little bit more, and those people are always going to go to the human artists.
I get you. All right. Fingers crossed. I was asking you, do you follow what's going on here in America? You said yes. When things are getting more and more ridiculous, it hits your algorithm for sure. Doing your work is a manly job, so I'm picturing alpha males. Do you have to watch being political there? I say that knowing that you're a human goddamn being and how you might look at politics.
I mean, I have no filter. So
Okay.
I'm definitely in the minority. A lot of these guys are caught up in their own algorithms. A lot of them had all this faux outrage over trans people playing sports. And it's just
Right.
how many trans people do you know? A, and
Right.
then B, that are trying to get into sports and set records. Is this really a problem,
Right.
that affects your life? And would you vote in a psychopath to fix that problem that doesn't affect you? So I
Right.
mean,
Right. And
but
you know what?
they're caught.
Yeah, and it's also tough giving an inch. Like, yes, if it's a man shouldn't take over a woman's sports because they have man bones, but I know what they're really saying, and so no, I can't. We can't have a real conversation because you're just coming from hate and
Yeah,
not a place where you give a fuck.
yeah,
That's a
yeah,
big
yeah.
difference, and it's related to everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely far left compared to almost everybody
Yeah.
there. Like so many of those guys are just like not necessarily pro Trump because the rest of the world they're not on the same level of lunacy, I guess, as a big portion
Okay.
of people. But yeah, I don't know. They get sucked into it. They believe in the all the conspiracy theories too, Jewish space lasers and all that stuff.
Yeah. What and then Marjorie Taylor Greene, I just said this the other day. She's trying to pass a bill that says if you manipulate the weather, it's a felony. Like, okay, well, that's coming off a little anti-Semitic, knowing your history of Jewish space lasers, being serious about that. But yeah, okay. Hi, Keith rates Crystal. This is, by the way, this letter is about when I was saying I used to when we'd go camping. I'd put up an American flag. I'd put it on a tree next to me. I'd put it next to my tent. I thought it was fun, and quite frankly, it's the best looking flag in the whole fucking world. That's the goddamn truth. Oh, here's a dot. Here's another horizontal lines. Here's now I made my stripes vertical. No, we have the greatest flag, but now it's a symbol of hate, if you ask me. And I won't even wear a shirt with a flag motif. Hi, Keith, says Crystal. I give two shits about this email, and we'll be brief. For the longest time, recently, the Canadian flag represented the trucker convoy, douchebag Canadian versions of MAGA. It was shameful to see on a truck, usually flying from a hockey stick. No one respected. No one respected wanted to fly our flag during the Olympics. Then Mango Mussolini, meaning Trump, threatened us with becoming the 51st state, and the reversal was almost overnight. You may get your flag back. We did, Crystal. That's a beautiful feeling, but we are the biggest fucking asshole country. You can't have a bigger asshole country. Like I remember having a roommate, and me and the roommate would fight. Then we had the third roommate that we both hated, and he brought us together. There's not a bigger country though that's gonna make us get our shit together. I
Nah,
think,
definitely,
right?
definitely not.
America's king, no pun. Oh well. I like the idea when I was talking to Alice, a guest we had on the other day, and she was talking about seeing a Beyonce concert, Cowboy Carter, and obviously these people are liberal as opposed to conservative, and they're wearing the flag proudly, and like that's almost a protest. That would be, I could see that being a concert that would make me cry. By the way, hard drives containing Beyonce's unreleased music and several other items were stolen from a car that had been rented by her choreographer. There's music out there that we weren't meant to hear yet. Is this good news or bad news? I don't know.
I mean, if you're a Beyonce fan, it's like what was it, Karen O from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs? She had unproduced CD that was stolen, and eventually that got leaked and released, and I enjoyed it. Does it
Okay.
feel like you're sniffing somebody's underwear a little bit that you stole out of their
Right.
drawer? A little bit, yes. It's kind of dirty,
Right.
so I don't know.
It reminds me of there was that phone hack with celebrities. Jennifer Lawrence from Hunger Games was the most popular one, and so there's nude pictures out, and people are saying, don't look at these nude pictures. But then I would see reporters go, don't look at these nude pictures. She didn't want you to see them. And by the way, all you see is one leg is on the table, the other leg is on the couch. What, you've never seen boobs before? I'm like, all right, you're a reporter. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Do they talk about the Epstein files or videos in Australia?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff does filter through. It's definitely we don't obsess about it in Australia the way America does, but like the Epstein files have largely been released. If you look,
Right. You
you
can
can
who's on them.
you know who's on them, and there's somebody really really big and important to the American government who's very clearly been a part of that for a very
Right.
long time, whether you believe it or not.
Well, it's odd to me. So it feels like there's there's MAGA's having a big problem with Trump now. Supporters,
Yeah,
voters,
I
and
was on the
even
conservative subreddit this morning having a look, and yeah, they
yeah,
are all still like even that indoctrinated, bubble that
right.
that is does still have
So he's
a
saying Trump's
moral
saying
backbone there.
what's the big fucking deal? Don't worry about Epstein, blah blah blah. And people are like, motherfucker, you promised you were going to show this list, and the whole thing to me is, and I think even Trump's confused. I'm confused why this. Back in simpler days, grab him by the pussy. Who cares about that? He said that wasn't him on the Access Hollywood bus. Okay, so we're playing dumb. 34 felony accounts. Him saying that he walks into teen Miss USA pageant dressing rooms. Uh, Paying millions for a civil rape case. Why is this the thing that people know he's obviously lying about and it's bullshit? Why now? I don't get it, and I bet Trump is confused too.
I reckon he's got advisors that are probably either he's about to get pushed out, by Voight or whatever that guy's name is from the Heritage Foundation. If you fall into any of that stuff, or I mean, I think so. Like, I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was unaware of all the testimony about him raping the 13-year-old. And I think, like, largely people, unless you seek this information out, are just unaware of it. The media definitely on the left and the right is a big filter, and you only get the stuff they want you to get.
Newly uncovered metadata from the Jeffrey Epstein prison surveillance video indicates that approximately 3 minutes were edited out of what was previously described as raw footage by the FBI and DOJ, watching Jeffrey Epstein in jail, watching his cell. This footage, related to the night before Epstein's death, was stitched together using Adobe Premiere Pro. These fucking programs, look, I paid full price for you. Don't stick in that I used your program. I paid for you. But they put in their little fucking signatures, and then next thing you know, I can't get away with murder.
It's the fingerprint problem, yeah.
It's the fingerprint problem. That's right. Meta tagging my shit. It'd be funny if they bought the trial version and then used the editing. There's like a watermark on it. Oh, God damn it! This is the most recent thing as of recording of Trump. I'll tell you if it's hard to hear what he's saying, but this is Trump doing an interview when he's about to get on Air Force One.
People to move on, but I'm curious, why do you think your supporters in particular have been so interested in the Epstein story and so upset about how it's been handled? Why do you think that is?
Why they would be so interested? He's dead for a long time.
Why would they be so interested? He's been dead for a long time. You're talking about kid fucking. You're talking about women did, and I see this online too. It's like, why didn't women come out and say something? They did, and one killed herself.
He was never a big factor in terms of life. I don't understand.
It's not a big factor in terms of life, like the things that go on in life. This isn't a big deal. What's wrong with people?
He was never I don't understand what the interest or what the fascination is. I really don't. And the credible information's been given. Don't forget, we went through years of the Mueller witch hunt and all of the different things. The Steele dossier.
Buzzwords, Mueller investigation, still does. Yeah, we think all these things might have been real things about you. Yeah, so we all know witch hunt and the rigged election.
Which was all fake. All that information was fake. What I don't understand is why the Jeffrey Epstein case would be of interest to anybody. It's pretty boring stuff. It's sordid, but it's boring.
It's sordid, but it's boring.
And why it keeps going. I think, well, it's really only pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like.
Only pretty bad people and fake news want to keep it going. Remember, guys? Remember how we all got on board fake news? Fake news?
Pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that, George. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say, let them have it.
President, a question on AI.
A question on AI. Yes, thank you. Oh my God. All right. Yeah, AI. Who knows? All right. Thank you, guys. Oh, they're fuck. Yeah, I think he's confused too. Like, yeah, I don't know. I would just say shit, and then they make up the rest, and everything's fine. And now we got ourselves a problem. Yes, I said I will release these things, but I say a lot of shit. Who cares? Ghislaine Maxwell's like, so I'm free, and they're like, no. What? You would think, first I'd like to put into evidence nothing. May I go now? Oh, I can't hear you. Switch over to the other mic. That's fine. Just tell your dogs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Howie, can you hear me?
Go. Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to say, between Luigi and the Epstein files, maybe America might actually come together on something.
Right. That's right. Let's see. Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine Maxwell, is saying, "Hey, I'm going to testify if you let me." And of course, first of all, of course, there's a client list. People did get on an airplane and go to that hotel, that island. You know that island gives you the best of everything. If not children, then food and drinks and massages. So you are on a list. They know your favorite food and favorite drinks. There is a list. You need one. So to say there's no fucking list is fucking batshit insane. And she says, I will tell you, you give me some kind of deal with my sentence. You gave me 20 years, but it's going to be worse. How about I tell you this list? And so they voted on it. And all these maggots said no. You had hearings on 9/11. You had hearings on fucking PBS. Should we keep that? You have hearings on every fucking thing. But this, no, she can't testify in court. You can have Jon Stewart come and talk about, lung cancer from Ground Zero. You can have Mr. Rogers come in and say, why not to defund PBS? But you can't, no one's interested on her testifying. We could talk about red dye number 5, but you can't have Ghislaine Maxwell talk about child rape. No interest from the Republicans. 211 yeses to no, we won't have her on. All Democrats said, yes, let's have her talk. There it goes. No, we don't want to know. We don't want to hear her point of view. Really? Really?
This is where we're at.
Do you remember when we would watch, you would put a VHS tape in the machine and the FBI gave you a warning? Don't share this with any fucking... Remember when they gave a fuck?
You wouldn't steal a car, would you?
Right, that's right. That's right. I don't know. Do I touch the car and the car's still there and I get in the car? Kevin Spacey, this is true. Kevin Spacey, accused of multiple rapes.
The hypocrisy of the media to allow Donald Trump to get away with what he does. But Kevin Spacey, the great auteur, can't just do what he does. What's the deal? Right. My heads are spinning. Kevin Spacey, accused in multiple countries of multiple rapes. And then, by the way, he gets accused of rape. Do you remember? Then he goes, guys, I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, what, Kevin? I'm gay. Oh, okay. Now I'm homophobic because I think you're fucking kids. Release the Epstein files, Kevin Spacey wrote. All of them. For those of us with nothing to fear, the truth can't come soon enough. I hate to make this about me, but the media already has. I wonder if Diddy's like, hey, should I say something now? Not yet? No? Okay. I think not only is Kevin Spacey, I think, a rapist, I think he's probably on this island list, but he knows who else is. He knows that it won't come out. So he's like, hey, guys, why don't you put it out? Fuck you. You're not putting it out. And I know why. I know I want it released. You can't. You literally can't. Motherfuckers. Oh, wells. I saw Trump on TV. I turned on the TV. It happened to be ABC Live. And the news is showing him doing some kind of... He's about to sign a bill that makes fentanyl a class 1 drug as opposed to class 2. Class 1 being things like acid, peyote, heroin, and marijuana. Anyway, so fentanyl, he's saying, look, it's killing a lot of people. And behind him are parents holding up pictures of their dead kids. They had one kid had an injury. Next thing you know, he's on like Oxy or something like this. Then they stopped giving him pills. So we got a pill from somebody else that happened to have fentanyl and he died. And so he goes, I always thought we should be fighting fentanyl. Now there was somebody else and he said this and he goes, there was a rigged election and this guy didn't want to do it. And I'm like, motherfucker, you really got to shove that in there. There's a rigged election and that guy didn't want to fight fentanyl, but I hate fentanyl. So let's not talk about Epstein, but he said it's the death penalty. If you give fentanyl, you're going to get the death penalty. We had a rigged election and someone didn't want the death penalty, but I don't like that. You get the death penalty. And you see some parents behind him being like, what?
I just wanted to tell my story about my kid, and hopefully there's tighter laws. What rigged election? Now I'm nodding to rigged election. God
I
damn it!
had a little aside. I had a
Yeah.
guy I used to work with who just recently died from fentanyl. Brad Vukovic. I worked with him in Pensacola, and he was a black tar heroin addict who thought the government deliberately put black tar into the black tar heroin so that you'd see their veins and it would mark the addicts. And he used to wear this little jumpsuit. We called it the Vuk suit. It was like 2 sizes too small, so it gave him like a little camel toe for his nuts, just sitting
Okay.
on the other side of the seam. I don't know, neither here nor there, but like, yeah, the fentanyl thing kind of sucks.
Was he surprised by the fentanyl? Like obviously, like it was stuck in there because it's cheaper, or was he trying to do fentanyl?
I mean, I stopped hanging out with. I mean, I never really hung out with him.
Right.
Like after he burned down the handlebar.
Is that a place? Is that a bar?
Yeah, in Pensacola there was a bar in Pensacola, like the best dive bar, the little punk rock dive bar, and he was working there. And the next day he came to work at a design place that I worked at, and the cops came and wanted to talk to him because the bar burned down the night before, and he was like, "Oh, I had nothing to do with it, had nothing to do with it." And the cops left, and then he's like, now that they're gone, I do kind of remember being really high and like making a pizza in the pizza oven in the back, and then I completely forgot about it. So yeah, he totally burned down.
Now that I think about it. Well, you said your piece at the time and you believed it, so that's fine. That's fine. One of the parents during this fentanyl thing, one of the parents said their story, and then Trump gets back on mic to introduce the next person, but Trump has no emotion or empathy, and he goes, "Tough stuff. That's tough stuff." All right, up next. All right. Okay. I remember he was like giving out Purple Hearts, and one guy was like missing his legs, like, "You're missing your legs from over there." And he's like, "Yeah, we got caught in the blah 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 and the IEDs and et cetera, et cetera." Yeah, tough stuff. Good for you. Good for you. Like what?
Didn't he take somebody's Purple Heart? I think it was like a lady whose like son died or something like that, and he's like, "Oh, thanks. I've always wanted one."
Okay, he thought he was like accepting an Emmy on somebody's behalf, and instead of making the joke, he's keeping it. He actually kept it. Oh well. Oh well. What are you gonna do? At least he's warning Russia to stop fighting with Ukraine. He says, "Russia, you have 50 days to ceasefire." 50 days. 50 days. Get it done already. You have 50 fucking days. Can you get this shit done? Meanwhile, Russia says, "Oh, he's just being theatrical." And Putin goes, "Trump's just being theatrical. We're not too worried." Yeah, release the piss tapes. How about that?
Oh, like that would do anything at this point, eh?
I don't know why fucking Epstein's taking. Who knows? You can't support some guy covered in piss, right? That could be something.
Whose piss was it? That's the real question.
Let's see here. Elmo, the Elmo on X was hacked. And Elmo just says sweet things. Elmo loves you. Elmo says, "Go give this day your best shot." Well, the other day, Elmo says all Jews should die. Fuck Jews. Donald Trump is Netanyahu's puppet because he is in the Epstein files. Jews control the world and need to be exterminated. Then another tweet from the real Elmo. Release the files at real Donald Trump, child fucker. You're on board with that. And then Elmo goes, "Kill all Jews." Kill all Jews. Then somebody else wrote, "If I find whoever hacked Elmo, I swear to God." And then Elmo wrote, "Fuck you gonna do, N-word." Muting Elmo because this is hacked, said Linda. Can you imagine? You're a Linda and you're like, "Sorry guys, but I'm muting you." And Elmo said, "Fuck you and your tranny daughter, N-word." If you could go back and kill baby Elmo, would you?
Oh man. Oh,
You
you should have just stuck with Grover.
Even the fucking Oscar the Grouch wouldn't type this shit. Elmo figured his shit out. Elmo's sorry. On Sunday, Elmo's X account was briefly hacked by an outside party in spite of the security measures in place. Well, it's fucking, you got Muppets running around taking care of shit. Those little me, and that's your security. We strongly condemn, like you have to say, because people are so dumb. You got to say, Elmo would never do that. If you look at Elmo's history, Elmo doesn't do that. We strongly could. And then you're like, hey, I remember that time that somebody hacked the Elmo doll and it said, like, fuck me, you know. We strongly condemn the abhorrent anti Semitism and racist content, and the account has since been secured. Linda, we're sorry about your tranny daughter. These posts in no way reflect the values of Sesame Workshop or Sesame Street, and no one at the organization was involved. Promise. Then Elmo in the Elmo voice says, thank you for being kind to Elmo and all the people in your neighborhood. Elmo loves you. Jews too. Not just joking, but Elmo loves you. And then I see some dork, Ronnie, writes, resign. And he's not joking because I saw his other posts. You posted the most vile hate speech since he's talking to Elmo. You posted the most vile hate speech since the latest Tucker Carlson podcast, saying what you did about Jews is Nazi style rhetoric, Nazi style. And you should be out of a job at the very least. You find Elmo on like electric company. You are Elmo's with Bob the Builder now. I can't find work. And you are a disgrace and should be far away from anything having to do with children. You have a family. You're on the side of good, but you have a family. You know what I mean? Oh, these poor fucking kids. All right, let's talk about movies and TV. It's everybody's favorite topic. AMC Theaters, the big theater chain, is offering 50% discounts on not only Tuesday, but Wednesday as well. Are theaters dying? Spooky.
Theaters are probably dying, but that's probably more to do with like a generational creativity shift from like making original content to just trying to regurgitate something that somebody else did better.
That's true. We are at Jurassic Park 7. As if we're going to go, oh, a dinosaur. We're kind of over it, right? Like, oh, you're shitting me. When do these legs end? Oh my God, the body's huge. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I'm probably going to pass on that one.
When Steven Spielberg cashes a check because there's a new Jurassic Park movie, is he ashamed of himself a little bit? Like, I really should stop them.
Yeah, it's got to be rough seeing, you know, your creative children grow up to be like child molesters.
Yes, that's a good way to look at it. Jaws 7. It's like you did that. You somehow did that. We talked about movies, by the way, on Mimi Cherry's podcast. If you want to check that out, the podcast is called Series of Fortune Events. The number is 140, Fake Weddings and Toxic Positivity. Welcome back to Series of Fortune Events with Mimi Cherry. In this episode, Keith Malley of Keith and the Girl returns to the pod for a juicy July check-in, and we're covering it all from toxic positivity to fake weddings and everything in between. So she's always fun. Take a look at that. You saw the movie F1.
I did, yeah. I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it. You loved it.
Yeah. I get the criticism that it's catching, and that's all fair. But like at the end of the day, it is a good movie.
What's the criticism?
Just that like, the racing wasn't particularly real.
He's on the inside.
He's
on the outside. I don't care if it's real or not. I don't need
nerds,
to see them.
You know?
Yeah, I don't need to see them getting physicals and shit. But I, at a certain point, 2 hour, 40-minute movie, I'm like, let me guess, you're on the outside now. Oh no, you're on the inside. You're shitting me. It's a movie. Have more car wrecks. It's fake.
Yeah, well, it's Brad Pitt's Days of Thunder, I suppose.
I think
they need to have
right.
the crossover. They need to have the crossover, him versus Tom Cruise.
And at the end, like he dune buggies, and you see it for like it feels like 15 minutes. He's just dune bugging as the credits roll. I think that was his Tom Cruise stunt moment. Like I really think he was really dune bugging himself because it seemed so real and pointless.
Yes, bring us the F1 Days of Thunder multiverse, please.
The FIA or F1A, Motorsports World Governing Body, announced on Wednesday. This is in real life. And we'll get back to the movie, announced on Wednesday a major dialing back of penalties issued to drivers for cursing around a groundswell of opposition towards the new regulation. They were fining people for cursing in what is perhaps the most dangerous popular sport ever. Yeah, I might be cursing. I might need to yell at you in a certain way so that you know to put my tires on correctly. Yes, I might curse because I might die in 5 literal fucking seconds. I'm surprised there's not more cursing. Speaking of movies, I'm surprised when I watch Star Wars, it's PG-13. There would be bombs going off everywhere, and you would just see me running. Fuck, 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 fuck. Where's that character? It's bullshit.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Right?
I want to see a new Star Wars trilogy based around just like, tech operator on the Death Star.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Ah, shit. Here he comes. Here he comes, everybody. People are like choking themselves to practice. Somebody brought up this point that R2D2, the cute robot, isn't and never was a snitch. For example, R2D2 knew about Anakin.
Oh
He
yeah,
knew who
but did
Darth
he have
Vader
his memory
was.
wiped?
He
Isn't
knew,
that like a part of the thing that
he knew
you sort
about
of killed the robot?
before or after Yoda. Like this guy knew fucking everything. He didn't beep boop a motherfucker. That should be his book. The times I didn't beep and boop, a memoir. F1 drivers could be penalized with monetary fines or loss of championship points for cursing. Yes, again, let's have some decorum out there. Fines started at $41,600 for a driver's first offense, doubled for a second. A third offense would be $125,000 a month ban and the loss of championship points. The
That's
F1
definitely aggressive because I feel like cursing when you do it. I mean, it's not. It's almost like you're not really all that in control.
right.
Something happens. Somebody rolls a tire out onto the track, and you're like, Jesus, effing there goes.
Right. Jeez Louise. The base maximum penalties for drivers generally 11,215. There's a reduction of blah 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 blah. The F1A FIA also said that stewards can suspend a penalty in certain cases if it's a first offense by a driver or team. Stewards will also be permitted to adjudge whether language was used in controlled or uncontrolled environments. So if a tire does go out and you go, fuck, that's okay. But if you go, this is a crazy fucking sport, you could have controlled that.
Okay, all right.
I mean, come on. Let's if you but what can you control? I hit my shin earlier today and literally I went, ouch. Could that have been controlled? I said the word ouch.
So what would you like? Why are they cracking down on this? Is it because they want to get more kids watching this sport, where like a car may fly off the track and into the crowd and kill like 30 people? And
because you're a lawyer and you have nothing to do.
Yeah,
and if you can't
justifying their jobs,
yeah, if you can't sue somebody for cheating, then what? Oh, maybe we should cut down your hours. No, I have an idea. They curse a lot, right? Now hear me out. Now I'll stay on top of this. Don't you worry. So yes, I did see the movie F1. They for being 2 hours 40 minutes, they never explain how he wasn't good at poker. Brad Pitt was a poker guy. I guess he lost his money. Now he's down and out, and he lives in an RV. Okay, it's poker. Go again.
Do you think they left some of those threads dangling because they're hoping to make like a franchise out of this?
Oh, you see a young version of him playing poker and losing.
A prequel or something like that.
Right. He's so he's not good at poker. He goes into NASCAR. He wins, of course. Then the guy in F1 goes, hey, my F1 team, we've been friends for a while. My F1 team is really fucking losing. I want you to drive. He's like, I never drove F1. He's like, who gives a shit? You're Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt goes, you know what? I'll do it. I'll fuck around. Brad Pitt ends up winning. And then he goes, all right, new guy whose team I was on, you're going to take over now. I just came in to win one season. And now I completed that. Now I'm going to go complete something else. Who knows? You pointed this out after seeing the movie. And I did notice this too. For him living in his RV, being supposedly down and out, his wardrobe was on point.
Oh man, those shirts. Oh,
he had some kind of special cashmere sweater. He was really decked out again for living in a fucking trailer, and that had to be worth money. And you sent me this link, and what's it called? Did I print that out? Yes, it's called God's True Cashmere. Is the name of this company. And when you go to the website, it's a picture of the designer, a woman sitting next to Brad Pitt. Our story. Wearable love made from the world's softest materials. God's True Cashmere began with a dream. And this is obviously one of the shirts that Brad was wearing in the movie because it really stood out. In my dream, Brad, a dear friend of mine, asked for a gift. Oh, this didn't even happen? Asked for a gift, a very special gift. A shirt in green. The shirt was green in the movie, made only of cashmere. Quote, softness, he said. I need more softness in my life. Coming to Brad in person to recount this bizarre dream, he shared he had, in fact, hoped for such a garment. Oh my God. My dad tells more believable stories. So I searched and searched for that beautiful cashmere shirt and found nothing. This gift, this nurturing gift, did not yet exist. I thought, what is he looking for? The touch of a mother? Is it the touch of a lover? Is it the touch of a beloved animal? Is it the feel of the blanket wrapped around you as a child? Is it the feel of your feet nestled in tropical sand at your favorite beach? Turns out he said, I don't know, fucking cashmere. It's good. So I gave him that. And he wore
pricey.
Shirts are easily $2,500 on this website. Things that
and
look
they're just
regular.
Gonna be, yeah, you're just gonna look like you got it from the Goodwill, you know?
Yes.
It's something out of the 70s.
Right. And by the way, the end of this F1 movie, for those who saw it, tell me this wasn't a little fucking ridiculous. So he goes, he falls for, somebody working on the crew. There's a relationship going on. And then he's going to walk away from the sport. Why? Yeah, we still don't know, but okay, he's over it. He won. And then she goes, so, are we together or what the fuck? And he's like, maybe I'll see you on down the road. And he goes, no, I don't want to be aloof like Spooky in relationships. Let me be more clear. May I see you down the road? And she goes, yeah, okay, weirdo, whatever. And then he goes dune bugging, and that's the end of the fucking movie. I picture then that night he goes, hey, can I come over? And she's like, oh, I thought you were trying to get your life together or something. He's like, no, I just want to go dune bugging. I guess I could have said that. Anyway, let's fuck again. That was fun when we did that. But yes, those are some nice clothes for that RV. It reminds me of, speaking of Tom Cruise, that movie War of the Worlds. He was a mechanic, but he had the brightest fucking veneers. This guy that was just getting by. Okay, you couldn't ugly his teeth up a little bit? All right. Dennis Leary was a firefighter in that TV show Rescue Me, but he had designer ladies' pants on, hugging his nuts. Okay. All right. And I asked the firefighter, hey, do you find that show believable? And they're like, no. And I think they were talking about his pants. I don't think they were talking about everybody fucking each other's wives. I'll tell you what I did. See, I say who gives a fuck about Jurassic Park, but I might end up seeing it because all right, the TV show The Bear. Do you watch it? You know of it?
I've watched the first 2 or maybe 3. I'm not caught up, but yeah.
Okay.
I loved the first season, and then the second season I kind of liked with. And then they had that brother who went to the culinary school,
yes,
who's an amazing actor, and that episode was just blew me away.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Do you like it because it's so fucking funny? It's up for another comedy Emmy. Oh, I left my balls off. If you catch me crying,
Comedy.
It's because I'm crying with laughter. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not caught up on
Fuck
the
Abbott's
Emmys, but
Abbott
that's nuts.
Elementary. Fuck What We Do in the Shadows. Fuck Only Murders in the Building with the 2 greatest comedians of all time. The Bear is apparently keeps winning best comedy because nobody takes that shit serious. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, I didn't like the show. And I hated them showing food. I get it's a restaurant. But anyway, I can't tell you. So, Keith, why do you keep watching? I don't know. Some completionist disease. Why do I? Season 4 is so fucking good. And I mean this. And I loved it. I loved every fucking... Normally, the first season of The Bear, I loved the last episode where I'm like, oh, it's about generational trauma. Okay, well, can we get to the second season now? Second season, I only liked 1 episode, the Christmas episode. Third season, there was I only liked 1 episode when the black girl couldn't get a job to save her life. And I'm not laughing; it's making me cry in the good way. Season 4, every episode I thought was fucking perfect, and now I'm stuck watching every goddamn thing to the point, Spooky, that last night I saw a Minecraft movie now on TV. I liked it.
Did you?
I sincerely liked it. And I didn't like Super Mario Brothers movie that I saw. So there's no rhyme or fucking reason. And now I'm stuck watching everything. Oh. And I mean, I did make it fun. I was by myself, but I threw popcorn at my TV when they said chicken jockey. But it was good. I liked it. And I never played the game. I don't know what they're talking about, but I can guess, I'm like, yeah. All right, I guess that character does that. If you touch it, it blows up after 2 seconds. Okay, I can get behind that. I dug it. And it doesn't all take place in Block World. takes place in Earth as we know it also, and they go back and forth. And it was funny as fuck. I thought it's the guy that did Napoleon Dynamite. I would have saw it sooner if I knew that. I love that. He obviously has a hang up with school because there's kids in it, and a lot of jokes about the uncomfortableness of school and the teachers that don't want to be there. And there's so many jokes that are for adults. The principal hasn't been late in a while, makes some kind of joke about, you got to get the cobwebs out of my pussy. I mean, she doesn't say that, of course, but it's like, oh, you got to, get rid of the bats down there. Like, oh, shit, okay. So, I think parents wouldn't be bored. About 10 minutes in, they're playing Skid Row's I Remember You. And I'm like, fuck yeah, okay. Do you ever notice this in movies, though? When they do a song that you like, and you're like, okay, you perk up like they wanted you to. But then it's like, but you're really just grabbing parts of the song, and that's not how the song goes.
Yeah.
You ever notice that? I was watching this movie it's called Deep Cover, a movie on TV now. And it's pretty funny. For whatever reason, the government needs improv actors to go in and find these drug dealers. Okay. But once you get past that stupid premise, it's pretty funny. But anyway, they play, some people might know it as I'm Jewish, but they play the Motley Crue song, Kickstart My Heart. But they keep, the song's like 6 minutes long in this movie. And they keep taking the part where Vince Neil goes, oh, yeah. But they do it like 15 fucking times, and I turn the list and I go, the song isn't this bad. He doesn't scream, oh yeah, 15 fucking times. He says it once. And I'm like, why are you doing that? But I guess, you know what? Everybody's so dumb. They're not going to know, and they get into it anyway, and they think they're hearing what they think they knew. I remember being with, we were having a party watching an MTV Music Awards one year, and it was Jimmy Fallon hosting. And he goes, and as the credits are going to come up, he goes, the reunion. No one thought it would ever fucking happen. Here it is. Guns and fucking Roses. And it's like, what? That would be mind blowing. It wasn't. It was Axl Rose and his new band. And a friend of a friend was there and was like, oh my God, it's Guns N' Roses. And I'm like, well, of course it's not. It's like, it is. That's Slash. I'm like, really? Slash started wearing white face and wears a Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket on his head. You think, like, how does the world have a chance? Ever since that moment, I should have been like, how you really think that? Yeah, he said it. Legally, he can't say that? It's not Guns N' Roses. Whatever the fuck was signed in court. So when I see music being bastardized, it upsets me. With that said, this movie, pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. The jokes about desperate school teachers. Somebody, one of the kids that you're rooting for, is real good at math and just goes like, basic math. So I'm going to, design a glider with, rockets on it that I can fly around. And you're like, okay, that's math. And then one of the kid goes, my dad says math has been debunked. And I'm like, oh, shit. That's hilarious. Jennifer Coolidge was the principal. She was very funny. She always plays the same character that I'm kind of wondering if she's stupid in real life, but she's always interesting to see. She runs over somebody in this movie, and she goes, she hits somebody and goes, "Oh my God, you're not going to sue, are you? Because every time I hit somebody with my Jeep Grand Cherokee, they always sue." And then later at the end, she brings it up again, like, "Yeah, I met this guy when I hit him with my Jeep Grand Cherokee." And I'm like, this is the funniest fucking thing. Why would you say that? She's having dinner with somebody in a restaurant, and it's it doesn't get addressed at all. But a waiter brings over like a full chicken with vegetables coming out of it, cooked, obviously, and like shows it to her, and she goes, "No, thanks." And then they continue the dialogue. Like you're in a restaurant, they just show you meals, and you go, "No, thank you." I'm like, this is great. Oh, I loved it. I did love it. Oh, well.
Give it a go.
Oh, my God. Now I got to see every fucking thing. Jason Momoa is very funny. He's a real actor. He's from Game of Thrones. Remember those days? He fucking raped the Dragon Queen. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at him now. But so, yes. Now, like if there's a Chutes and Ladders movie, I'm going to have to see it. You never know. Oh, this is my hell. I got bigger problems than the fucking Epstein files, okay? Jeez. A lot of violence in this movie where I'm like, I bet you that's not the fucking game. I I bet the game is just like building shit and being scammed by foreigners to get gift cards thinking I'm a 13-year-old boy. I bet that's more the game, but I want a GTA movie, but I bet like whatever they do, I'm like, I did crazier shit than that in the game. But this one, okay. Okay. Anyways, do I recommend it? No. I don't need to get in trouble, but when like the bad guys are pigs and then the one black lady says on the good side says, "Let's go fight some pigs." And then the daughter says, little girl goes, "Yeah, I'm done with those pigs." I'm like, "I see what you're doing. I see why you said that. That's for adults and fuck pigs." Yes. And luckily in this movie, the good guys all know how to do shoulder rolls after they're blown off of something, which is good. Always teach your kids that for safety. Teach them kindness, financial responsibility, and how to do shoulder rolls when you're thrown off something. When somebody in the movie, like, you don't antagonize this certain species. They'll leave you alone, and if you do, then they'll try to kill you. And like somebody bad like does attack them or throws an arrow by accident, whatever the fuck. And the main bad guy goes, "Real smooth, Travis." And then I can't help but think, where did that come from? Because like I'm hearing all these other little secret things. What did Travis mean? And then I'm picturing like, is the director just giving a shout out to a kid named Travis? But actually the kid fucked up in the movie. So now does Travis go to school in real life? And people are like, "Real smooth, Travis." And then Travis has to start cutting himself and the parents get divorced. Yeah, I just start thinking about all this shit. It's like watching the ending of Saturday Night Live and I see people walk around giving good nights, but somebody doesn't get attention and I make up a whole story. But anyway, even stone pigs can get kicked in the nuts. It made more sense to me than Superman. I got to be honest. It was funnier than Superman. The after credit scene was funnier than Superman. It was funnier than when all the superheroes and Avengers ate shawarma. This bonus ending. That's all I'm going to tell you. Very fucking funny. Not funny like the bear, but funny like funny.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hearing that everybody is clamoring to see not a new Superman movie, but a Justice Gang movie.
Right. I'll see Justice Gang for sure. But again, I see fucking everything. There's a new Conjuring 17, and they go, "We saved the most amazing, horrific story for last." I'm like, yeah. So you're making all these other movies, and you're like, you wait. We're kind of not sure if this is going to work, but we're going to save the greatest story for 2 decades from now. But the Conjuring is, the Annabelle, the Nun, and, the Warrens that they pretend are true stories. But this is true that I'm going to tell you about. Don Rivera, a 54-year-old paranormal investigator from Connecticut, known for handling the famous Annabelle doll, if you're in the know, passed away during a tour stop in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. He was alone in the car with the Annabelle doll, this paranormal dude showing it off. He's dead. That's a fact.
That's
okay.
Scary. I'm in. I'm down. I'm gonna.
And the movie producers are like, "Fuck yes."
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. My movie's coming out in 3 weeks. Fuck yeah. Oh boy. The Conjuring, Annabelle, then The Conjuring 2, Annabelle Creation, The Nun, Annabelle Comes Home. So lots going on with this doll. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, The Nun 2, and then some new one, Conjuring, the worst one ever. They put up
isn't the real Annabelle doll just like a Raggedy Ann?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I feel like I read that somewhere.
Oh, it's probably a shapeshifter fucking doll. Like the greatest trick Annabelle ever pulled was blah, blah, blah,
We need an Annabelle multiverse with Chucky. That's what we need.
Hello. Now we're talking.
Maybe they're dating.
Why not put fucking a DC character and a Marvel character together? Like Freddy versus Jason. That was good. Start fucking with shit.
They're saving it. They definitely will, though.
Let's go.
I want to see the Jurassic Park dinosaurs learn to talk and then have a crossover with the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I can see that. I say put Grimlock in the fucking new Jurassic Park movie. Start fucking shit up.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bring it in.
Yeah. You pet a dinosaur, but it changes. Your hands caught. Oh boy, this one's a to-do. Spooky, it is so good catching up with you. You seem happy. Are you happy? I can't tell, but you seem it.
Yeah, I'm more happy than I have been in a while. I've got a bunch of foster dogs right now, and one of them is very sick. And it's kind of a surprise, so maybe we're going to have to put her down soon. So I'm going to be bummed out for the next, I don't know,
Will you?
bit. But I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Will you show up to do it, or will you say, "Hey, just take this to work with you," if you know what I mean, and don't tell me where you let it go play?
Actually, we'll pay to have somebody come home. I'm not going to send the dog to the vet to be put down. That just seems like if you're going to die, like you'd want to die at home. You wouldn't want to go to the hospital to do it. I mean, obviously, if it's preventable, you want to go to the hospital.
Sure,
but if they're just going to euthanize you.
But then what do you do? Like, do you bury it yourself?
Well, this dog, her owner, he died last like August, and we took her up. We drove like 22 hours up in the Audi to go see him before he died, so he could see his dog before he died. So I think he got cremated, and I think she'll get cremated, and we'll send the remains up to his family so that they can put the ashes together, I suppose. Which is tough because like I love the dog now.
Right. How many animals do you have now?
I mean, I have myself one dog, but currently we have 5 around the house right now, which is insane at the moment. But like one is 17, blind, deaf, and like when we got her, we thought maybe it was going to be the last weekend, and we're just going to try to give her some treats. We got another one, Missy. She's dying as well. So I mean, like we're going to have 2 less here in maybe a couple weeks.
Can your heart take it? You know what I mean? Like anytime you get a dog, man, you gotta think about it and be like, I will watch you die.
That's it's like having a kid and then knowing you're going to outlive that kid. It really is tough. But the alternative is like, the blind, deaf 17-year-old dog was like being sent to the pound and like a no-kill shelter or whatever, but it's just going to stay in a crate until nobody's going to adopt it until it dies. Like that's horrific. So like, try not to get emotionally attached, which good luck, but I guess.
Do you talk to him?
Yeah, I talk to him.
Of course. All right. Just checking
how human you are. I don't have any real life friends.
Right. I tell my secrets. I'm like, God, I love my girlfriend. Anyway, here she comes. Shh, shh, shh. Don't say nothing.
No. Yeah. No, I love the dogs. The dogs are great.
Good.
They are what they are. Everybody knows. Everybody who loves dogs knows.
No, they're pretty cool dogs. All right. Well, good talking to you. You've always, you really are a close friend. I do love you very much. We don't
talk enough. I mean, that's all on me.
It is on you. Thank you for telling people. But like anytime, like let's say I go through a breakup or something big happens, you're always like, if you need to get away, I always have a room for you in Australia. And then I'm like, you know what? Actually, that sounds like a good idea. Then tickets are $3,000. And I'm like, you know what? Just good to know. But yeah, you're great. And it's great talking to you, and love to all your family, dogs and all.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Back at you.